Hello everyone, welcome to our new video. Myself, Amol Ravindra Chavan. We are going to deal with the subject human anatomy and physiology. From this subject, we are going to study related to chapter blood. Learning outcomes from this video will be that you will be able to learn about circulatory system. You will be able to define the blood, understand the composition of blood with their functions. First of all, introduction. As all of us knows that human body is made up of cells, tissues and organs. These all require nutrition and oxygen for performing their function. Simultaneously, they also produces waste material which should be excreted from the body. So, to transport this food material up to the cells and carry waste product to the excretory organ, system is there which is called as circulatory system. I want to request you just pause the video for few seconds and think on this question. That is, with the help of which parts of body this system works? Let's see the answer. Circulatory system consists of three parts. First one heart, second is blood vessel and third is blood itself. So, heart pumps or ejects the blood which reaches to the body cells through blood vessels, which transport nutrient material with oxygen and also carry the waste material towards the excretory organs for the excretion purpose. So, next part is definition and composition. The definition of the blood is very simple. It is defined as a fluid connective tissue which circulated in the body and consists of blood cells which are suspended or distributed in intercellular fluid which is called as plasma. After definition, there comes composition. So, for understanding purpose, blood it is divided into two parts. First is blood plasma and second is blood cells. Blood plasma occupies 55% of total blood volume and blood cells occupies 45% of total blood volume. Again, I want to request you pause the video and think about this question. That is, what does blood plasma contain? Let's see the answer. The composition of blood plasma. The blood plasma, as we discussed, it occupies 55% of total blood volume and consists of these things. That is, water 90 to 92%, then plasma proteins, inorganic salts like calcium, potassium, magnesium, lots of are there, then nutrient material, waste material, hormones and gases. These are the composition of the blood plasma. After that, we are going to see the functions of this composition. We will start with the plasma proteins. Proteins present in the blood plasma are called as plasma proteins. There are so many proteins, but out of them, we are going to discuss few. First of all, albumin. Albumin maintains the osmotic pressure of blood and also act as a carrier molecule for lipids and steroid hormones. As the word osmotic pressure is very important because due to its maintenance of osmotic pressure, the blood vessel never empty. After albumin, there is globulin. Globulin, immunoglobulin are produced by WBC or lymphocytes which act as antibodies and is a part of immunity which protect our body from different infection. Globulin also transports some hormones and mineral salts. After globulin, there is fibrinogen which is essential for blood clotting. Regarding blood clotting, we will see in next video. After plasma protein, the next content of plasma, that is inorganic salts. They are involved in activities like muscle contraction, transmission of nerve impulses from one neuron to next neuron, formation of secretions and also maintenance of the acid-base balance. The third content of blood plasma, that is nutrients. All of us knew that human body digests the food material which are in complex form and it converts complex material or complex form into simple form like monosaccharides, amino acids, fatty acids and glycerol which are used by the body cells for the energy. After nutrient material, next one is waste product. Like urea, uric acid and creatinine are the waste products of protein metabolism. They are formed in the liver and sent to kidneys for excretion purpose. Next is hormones. As you know, different glands are present in our body. They produce these hormones and they can carry by the blood plasma or blood up to their target organ. After hormones, there is presence of gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen in dissolved form. CO2 and O2 is also transported combinedly with the hemoglobin. So these are the all regarding the blood plasma composition and their function. The next part of regarding the blood, that is blood cells. Let's see. As we discussed, blood cells occupies 45% of total blood volume. They contain, first of all, red blood cells, also called as erythrocyte, white blood cells, also called as leukocytes, and platelets, also called as thrombocytes. If we are going to see the normal count of cells, then first comes normal RBC. Normal RBC count is, in case of male, 4.5 to 6.5 million per cubic mm, and in case of female, 4.5 to 5 million per cubic mm. In case of WBC, the normal WBC count is 4,000 to 10,000 per cubic mm. I request you to pause the video and think about this question. That is, what is the functions of these vital cells if they are present in so much amount in our body? Let's see the answer. The functions of blood cells. First of all, RBC. RBC is very helpful that in case of transport of oxygen from lungs to tissues and transport of carbon dioxide from tissues to lungs. This sentence might be confusing, but don't worry. When we are going to deal with the cardiovascular system, we will learn in detail about this part. After this, it acts as a buffer by action of hemoglobin. As you know, in case of chemistry, buffer means which resists the change in the pH. So it acts as a buffer. And third one, it helps in determination of blood groups. After RBC, next cell is in WBC. WBC means white blood cells act as a soldier for our body, which kills the different infectious microorganisms. So by phagocytosis, destruction of bacteria, allergic reaction, development of antibodies, these are the functions of white blood cells. Last, after WBC, there are platelets. These are very essential for the blood clotting. Blood clotting means what? To form the blood clot or to stop the bleeding. In case of any injury, bleeding will be there, and to stop that particular bleeding, these platelets are very important. After summarizing all these things in our today's video, we have discussed regarding the circulatory system, definition of blood, its components and their function. So, thank you for watching this video.